Let me tell you something, folks, this wasn't just another basketball game. This was a battle, a clash of titans, a showdown that had everyone on the edge of their seats. The kind of game that legends are made of, where every dribble, every pass, and every shot carried the weight of the world. From the opening tip-off, the energy in the arena was electric. The fans were buzzing, the air was thick with anticipation. You could almost hear the collective heartbeat of the crowd, pounding in unison with the rhythm of the game. It was a symphony of excitement, a cacophony of cheers and gasps. You could feel the tension in the air, thick enough to cut with a knife. Every eye was glued to the court, every fan holding their breath with every play. It was as if time itself had slowed down, each second stretching into an eternity as the drama unfolded. Trash talk? Oh, there was plenty of that, flying back and forth like verbal punches. The players were not just competing physically, they were engaged in a psychological warfare, each trying to get into the other's head. It was a battle of wits as much as it was a battle of skills. The crowd was on their feet, roaring with every possession. Every basket was met with a thunderous applause, every defensive stop with a collective sigh of relief. The fans were the lifeblood of this game, their energy fueling the players on the court. This matchup had it all, folks, and at the center of it all was the clash of titans. Angel Reese versus Nafisa Collier, two of the best in the game, each with their own unique style and approach. It was a duel that promised fireworks, and it did not disappoint. These two players are forces of nature, each a dominant presence on the court. Reese, with her explosive power and relentless drive, and Collier, with her graceful finesse and strategic brilliance. They were like two unstoppable forces colliding, each pushing the other to their limits. But their styles, as different as night and day. Reese was all about raw power and aggression, a whirlwind of energy that left defenders in her wake. Collier, on the other hand, was the epitome of composure, using her skill and basketball IQ to outthink and outmaneuver her opponents. Reese, a whirlwind of energy and aggression, always attacking the basket. She played with a fire that was impossible to ignore, a relentless drive that saw her constantly pushing the boundaries, always looking for an opening, always ready to strike. Collier, the picture of composure, relying on skill, finesse, and basketball IQ. She was a master of the game, always thinking 2 steps ahead, always in control. Her moves were calculated, her plays precise, a testament to her deep understanding of the game. Believe me, this was a matchup for the ages. A game that would be talked about for years to come, a showdown that would go down in history. It was more than just a game, it was a spectacle, a display of pure, unadulterated basketball brilliance. And let me tell you, the stakes were high. This wasn't just about winning or losing, it was about pride, about legacy. Every player on that court knew what was at stake, and they played like it. They left everything out there, every ounce of energy, every bit of effort. This wasn't just about bragging rights. It was about proving something, about showing the world what they were made of. It was about rising to the occasion, about seizing the moment and making it their own. This was about establishing dominance, about showing who was the best, who could rise above the rest. It was a test of strength, of will, of determination, and neither Reese nor Collier was willing to back down. This was about sending a message to their opponents, to the fans, to the world, that they were here to win, that they were here to dominate, that they were the best of the best, and they were ready to prove it. And both Reese and Collier were ready to lay it all on the line. They played with a passion, with a fire that was truly inspiring. They gave it their all, every single second, every single play. It was a game for the ages, a battle that will be remembered for years to come. Now let's talk about Angel Reese. She's a name that's been buzzing in the basketball world, and for good reason. Her presence on the court is nothing short of electrifying. From the moment she steps onto the hardwood, you can feel the energy shift. She's not just a player, she's a force of nature. This young lady is a walking highlight reel. Every game, she delivers moments that leave the crowd in awe. Whether it's a jaw-dropping slam dunk or a slick crossover dribble, she knows how to put on a show. She's got all the talent in the world, speed, power, and a nose for the basket. Her ability to sprint down the court and take powerful shots makes her a formidable opponent. She's the kind of player who can change the course of a game in an instant. When she's on, she's unstoppable. Her celebrations after scoring are a testament to her passion and dedication. She dominates the game with an intensity that's hard to match. But on this night, folks, she was her own worst enemy. Despite her immense talent, even the best have off nights. And tonight was one of those nights for Angel Reese. Turnovers plagued Reese throughout the game. It seemed like every time she touched the ball, something went wrong. She lost the ball during crucial plays and was intercepted by opponents who seemed to anticipate her every move. She tried to do too much, forcing passes that weren't there. Her usual precision was off, and it cost her team dearly. Instead of playing her game, she seemed to be trying to force the issue, making risky passes that ended up in the hands of the opposition. It was like she was trying to win the game single-handedly. She attempted to drive through multiple defenders, taking on intense one-on-one situations that didn't always go her way. Her determination was clear, but it wasn't enough to overcome the obstacles she faced. And when things weren't going her way, the frustration was evident. You could see it in her body language, in the way she yelled in frustration. It was a tough night for her, and it showed. And let's not forget about that attempted highlight reel play. She went for a difficult shot, driving to the basket with all her might. You know the one I'm talking about, driving to the basket, spinning in the air, trying to finish with a flashy layup. It was a move that had the potential to be the highlight of the game, but instead of a spectacular basket, it was a spectacular miss. The ball didn't go in, and she ended up on the floor, a look of disbelief on her face. Just wasn't her night, folks. As she walked off the court, the disappointment was palpable. With a towel over her head, she sat on the bench, reflecting on what went wrong. Even the best have their off days, and tonight was one of those for Angel Reese. Things really heated up in the third quarter. Reese, battling for position in the paint, threw an elbow that caught Collier square in the face. Accidental? Intentional? You be the judge. But one thing was clear, it changed the entire complexion of the game. The crowd erupted, a chorus of boos raining down on Reese. Collier, to her credit, kept her composure, but you could see the fire in her eyes. That elbow woke up a sleeping giant. Now I'm not condoning violence on the court, but sometimes things get chippy. And that's what happened here. The physicality ramped up, the intensity reaching a fever pitch. This wasn't a game for the faint of heart. This was a battle. This game was a perfect illustration of two completely different approaches to the game. Reese, the fiery competitor, letting her emotions fuel her play. Collier, the calm and collected veteran, relying on her intellect and skill. Reese played with her heart on her sleeve. You always knew what she was feeling. But sometimes, that passion got the best of her. Collier, on the other hand, was a master of control. She never let her emotions get the better of her. She was a strategist, always thinking 2 steps ahead, and the stats told the story. Collier finished the game with a double-double, leading her team in both points and rebounds. Reese, meanwhile, struggled to find her rhythm, her stat line marred by turnovers and missed shots. Section 5. Beyond the headlines, other battles rage on. Now, this wasn't just the Angel Reese and Nafisa Collier show. There were other battles raging on the court that night. Chelsea Gray and Skylar Digman-Smith were locked in a duel of their own, each trying to outplay the other. These two guards were like lightning in a bottle, their speed and agility on full display. And then, there was Shakira Austin, dominating the paint like a seasoned veteran. She was a force to be reckoned with, gobbling up rebounds and blocking shots with authority. This game had it all, folks. Intense rivalries, highlight reel plays, and enough drama to fill a Hollywood script. Section 6. Collier's hoodie, Who celebration, a silent statement. But the moment that everyone was talking about, the moment that went viral, it came after the final buzzer sounded. Collier, having led her team to victory, calmly walked over to the sideline, pulled up her hood, and uttered 2 simple words, "Hoodie who." Those 2 words spoke volumes. They were a testament to her quiet confidence, her unwavering belief in herself. They were a message to all the doubters, all those who had underestimated her. In that moment, Collier showed the world that she didn't need flashy celebrations or trash talk. She let her game do the talking. Section 7. The ripple effect. Social media explodes. And let me tell you, the internet went wild. Hoodie Who became an instant meme, a rallying cry for anyone who had ever been overlooked or underestimated. Social media was flooded with reactions, with fans and analysts alike praising Collier's performance and her epic celebration. The clip was everywhere. On ESPN, on Bleacher Report, on every sports website imaginable. It even crossed over into mainstream media, with everyone from Jimmy Fallon to Oprah weighing in on the phenomenon. Collier had become an overnight sensation, her star power reaching new heights. Section 8. A legacy forged in intensity. This game, this rivalry, it was about more than just basketball. It was a clash of wills, a battle of minds, and a test of endurance. Each player brought their own story, their own struggles, and their own dreams to the court. The intensity was palpable. The stakes were high, and every dribble, every pass, every shot was charged with emotion. It was about the spirit of competition, about the drive to be the best. The court was a stage where only the most determined could shine. It was a place where talent met hard work, where strategy met spontaneity, and where every second counted. The players knew that to win, they had to give it their all, leave everything on the court, and push beyond their limits. It was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, even when things aren't going your way, you never give up. The game taught lessons that went beyond the court. It was about resilience, about bouncing back from setbacks, and about finding strength in moments of weakness. It was about the power of teamwork, the importance of trust, and the unbreakable bond formed through shared struggles. You keep fighting, you keep pushing, and you never ever back down. The players embodied this spirit, showing that true champions are not just defined by their victories, but by their perseverance. They demonstrated that success is not just about winning, but about the journey, the effort, and the heart you put into it. Angel Reese, despite her struggles, showed her resilience, her unwavering determination. She faced challenges head-on, never letting setbacks define her. Her journey was a testament to the power of grit and the importance of staying true to oneself. She inspired her teammates and fans alike with her relentless spirit and her refusal to give up. She may not have had her best game, but she never stopped competing. Every moment on the court was a chance to prove herself, to show that she belonged among the best. Her passion for the game was evident in every move she made, and her dedication was unwavering. She reminded everyone that true greatness is not just about flawless performance, but about the courage to keep going no matter what. And that, folks, is what makes her such a special player. And Nafisa Collier? She brought her own unique strengths to the game. Her presence on the court was commanding, her skills were sharp, and her leadership was inspiring. She played with a calm confidence that set her apart, showing that true power often lies in composure and intelligence. She cemented her status as one of the best players in the game. Her performance was a masterclass in strategy and execution. She knew when to take risks and when to play it safe, always staying one step ahead of her opponents. Her ability to read the game and make split-second decisions was unparalleled, and she proved that true excellence is a blend of talent, hard work, and smart play. She proved that composure, intelligence, and skill can triumph over raw talent and aggression. Her approach to the game was thoughtful and deliberate, showing that sometimes the most effective way to win is through careful planning and precise execution. She was a role model for aspiring players, demonstrating that success is not just about physical prowess, but also about mental strength and strategic thinking. She showed the world that sometimes the quietest voices speak the loudest. Her impact on the game was profound, not just through her actions, but through her presence and demeanor. She taught us that true leadership is about inspiring others, leading by example, and staying true to one's values. In the end, both Angel Reese and Nafisa Collier left an indelible mark on the game, forging a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. Section 9. The Future of Women's Basketball, a Glimpse Ahead. This game was a glimpse into the future of women's basketball, a future filled with intensity, passion, and incredible athleticism, a future where rivalries are fierce, where every possession matters, and where the unexpected is always just around the corner. Mark my words, folks, this is just the beginning. Angel Reese and Nafisa Collier are just two of the many talented players who are poised to take the game to new heights. The future of women's basketball is bright, and I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds.